No intro, because I spent 30 hours doing this. But I just want to show y'all how I got Primal Vesperian. As you can see in game, I got it. I got Primal Vesperian. It's got this cool little eye thing, and I got it from Archmage because he said I was the best Deepwoken YouTuber. I lied. I don't have Primal Vesperian. It's actually just a hair ID, but I'm going to teach you how to make your own hair so you can get any race you want, including Lightborn, Primal Vesperian, whatever. Fair warning though, it takes a decent amount of time, it's really annoying, and it requires 750 Robux per item you upload. If you want the hair ID, it's going to be in my Discord, link in the description. So here's what I learned in 30 hours and 7 minutes. First thing you're going to want to do is open up Roblox Studio. Once you're in Roblox Studio, you want to click on View, go to the toolbox, and just type in a mask, and then find some horns you want. If it shows up as one of these blue hats, you're going to want to take the handle, and then drag it into the workspace. Now that you have both the horns and the mask, you want to click on the mask, and then change the brick color to black, and the same thing for the horns. Next, you want to click on the arrow, and go to Special Mesh, and then delete the texture. Do this for both the mask and the horns. Afterwards, you're going to right-click, Group as Model for both of them, and then save each of them as an export selection. Next, you're going to want to go download Blender. This is what the website looks like. Then, while Blender is downloading, you're going to want to find a test image, right? Here's a pretty good one. I'll leave a link to it in the description. It's how you get some cool looking designs. The image will work best if it's black and white. Next, open up Blender. Select General, and then press A and delete everything. You want to go to File, Import, and then import both your models. Next, you might not be able to see it, but if you press Shift F, you'll be able to put it into fly mode. This will make it really easy to move around, and it'll be super helpful. Next thing we want to do is make the designs. To do this, press Shift A, create a mesh, and then a plane. Press Tab, and then right-click, and then click on Subdivide. Go over here, and then change the number of cuts to 100. Get out of that, press A, right-click, Subdivide, and then change again to number 3. Next, you're going to want to click on this wrench, add a modifier, deform, and then go to Displace. Click on the checkerboard, and then New, open a folder, and then you should now see this. You want to click on the wrench, and then click on this arrow and hit Apply. Next, you're going to want to get yourself roughly in line with about half it, and then hit number pad 1. Go to the wrench, and then hit Apply. Come over here, press Z, wireframe, hit Tab to go into edit mode, then highlight everything but the very top part, and then delete that. Press Tab, and then hit number pad 1 again. You should now be seeing this. It has some weird parts at the bottom, so what we're going to do is Tab, A, and then hit SZ0, which will flatten everything out. Press Z and go to Solid, and we now have our design. Next, what we're going to do is bring it to our mask. You could do this by pressing N, and this brings up the transform menu, which is really helpful. Align the design to roughly where you want on the mask. Looks about good. Quick tip, if you want to get some more interesting designs, you could press Deform, hit Simple Deform, go to Bend, press Z, and then adjust it to however you like. Once you have your design that you like, you want to go to Deform, and then hit Shrink Wrap. Select this and target the mask. Now, if it looks like this, you gotta do a few things, right? You want to change the scale to 0.001, and then change the offset to about 0.01. It's kind of wonky if you put it in the center of the mask, but if you move it, it should look pretty good. Sometimes it'll glitch out though. You can change it to above surface, it'll look a little bit better. It still might be a little bit glitchy. Another way to change that is to get a wrap method and then instead hit target normal project. This will get rid of all those weird things. It'll still glitch out sometimes, but you just gotta kind of play with it and it'll fix. You're gonna want to press this and hit apply. Next, we're gonna do the horns. It's like here looks good, and then you can play with the size, depending on how big you want them. And I mean, whatever, that's good enough. Now we're gonna want to come over here and then press Tab, right? You want to highlight one of these and then press A to select everything. You want to go to Mesh, Bisect. This is how we're gonna get the little white parts for the horns, right? Bisect, hit Delete, and then delete the vertices. Repeat this process multiple times. And you now got the little hole parts. Next, you're going to want to go into Roblox Studio, change the horn brick color to white, and then re-export. Import the horns, copy paste, and then move them slightly to the right. Press tab, and then start deleting one side of the horn. Next, repeat with the other side. Now we're going to change the size of the horns. Simply change the scale to them. I'd say about 0.9 would work. Now, all you got to do is position the horns so that they're inside the original horns. Also, use the transform tab, because you can get like really precise movements that way. Alright, now that you have your finished mask, next thing you want to do is click on the mask and the black section of the horns. You want to go over to File, Export, Wavefront OBJ, and make sure you have Limit selected to only. Go into Roblox Studio, go into Workspace, right-click, Insert Object, and insert a mesh part. Next, you want to go over to Mesh Part, hit Mesh ID, and then import your file. You should now have your imported model. Color it black. You can also change the material to smooth plastic. You don't have to do that, but it just looks good. Next, you're going to want to select all the black parts of the mask, and then delete them. You want to go to these circles, hit Statistics, and it'll tell you how many triangles you have. This is important because UGC items can only have 4,000 triangles. So I would click on Objects, and then identify whatever has the most triangles, and get rid of them. To get rid of triangles, go to the wrench, and then search in Decimate. Decreasing the ratio will decrease the amount of triangles. Just keep doing that until you're under 4,000. Next, we're going to do the same thing. Go to File, Export, Wavefront OBJ, select it only, and just hit Export. Same process, hit Insert Object, insert the mesh part, go over here, and then change it to your model. Hit Yes, and now you should have your model. Insert a character. Delete the accessories because you don't really need those. All you need to do is position your character to where you want the accessory to be. After selecting it, go to Asset Creator, mark it as an accessory, hit the mask, click your character, and you're going to want to put it to the hair attachment. Select Classic, hit Next, and then you should have another copy up here, right? Go to UGC Thumbnail tool, and then just select a thumbnail. Accept, good enough. And before you do anything, you want to go to the Special Mesh, and then go to Texture ID. Go to the Roblox website, hit Create, to Development Items, Images, and create a decal. In this case, I'll just use a plain black one. Right click and add it. This is necessary for uploading the model. Save to Roblox, and then name it to whatever you want. Click on Avatar Item, and then go to Hair. You can now submit it for 750 Robux. Repeat this with the other section, and you should be good. So, that's about it. Let me know in the comments if you need any help. I'll try and answer a few of them. And, subscribe! I have to extend the video to make it at minutes.